Hi, this is Gerald, and the video you're about to see is the start of a new series featuring Patrick Miller. For those that might be concerned, this will not replace the analysis series or anything else I'm working on because I won't be working on it. Up until now, I've been writing, shooting, and editing virtually everything on this channel, but Hard Reads is entirely written by Patrick and shot and edited by Bill. You might remember him as Evil Bill in this video. To those who don't know, Patrick is an actual fighting game designer, loves Guilty Gear, and is one of the best writers in the fighting game community, while Bill is one of the best video editors I know. By their powers combined, I present to you the first episode of Hard Reads.
You are a grown adult. Fighting games are great and rewarding, but may not be on the top of your list of priorities. There's no hyperbolic time chamber to make more time out of nowhere, and no one in their right mind would tell you to sleep less so you can practice more. What's a grown adult to do? I'm Patrick Miller for Core A Gaming, and this is how to make time for fighting games. The easiest way to stay in fighting games is to make sure that the time you spend playing and thinking is largely positive. If you spend 1 hour a week playing fighting games and 3 hours a week feeling bad for not playing enough, that's net negative for your life and definitely not a great way to spend your spare time.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So rather than try to find more time to play fighting games, let's see how we can get you to feel better about the time you do spend playing fighting games by developing a routine. It's that grown adult tech. Think about a weightlifter's plan at the gym. The things they do or don't do on any given day are ordered around one of their goals. If you lift weights because you just want to look good, your routine will look different than if your goal is to squat twice your body weight. In order to make a routine, you need to determine your priorities and time budget and set goals based on those two factors. To illustrate this, let's take the case of an aspiring artist who wants to learn drawing with the goal of getting into art school. They also want to learn guitar and stay fit. Their favorite part about the FGC is attending their monthly local, but they fear they'll fall too far behind the competition without practice. Subtracting time for sleep and their part-time job, they've given themselves a time budget of 5 hours per day for activities, which they've completely filled with drawing, guitar, and gym, and are wondering how to find a place for fighters. Drawing is the career goal and top priority, so they should stick to their 3 hours per day. Guitar is their second priority, so it should be given regular practice time, in this case 1 hour per day. A goal like mastering a particular scale or song will help keep things in focus. Next up, gym. Physical fitness is important, but again, what are their goals? If their goal is to stay active in the most efficient manner possible, they could do burpees for 10 minutes per day. If their goal is to stay active in a social fun setting, then burpees are neither of these things and they should probably just go to the gym. 1 hour a day, even every other day, is pretty good, all things considered. Fighting games are left last to get whatever time is left after the other needs are satisfied. Efficient use of gym time has left our example with at most 3 hours of fighting game time a week, and maybe time to attend a local once a month if they're willing to eat into their art time that day. With this budget in place, now we need to identify our goals. Most players don't come to fighting games with particularly useful goals, and they spend a lot of time playing to get better at fighting games.
So I'm dead now. Fine, I'm sick of this stupid game anyway.
But they have a hard time seeing themselves actually getting better because, 1, competitive results are often highly unreliable. 2, everyone around them is also getting better. And 3, they remember the losses more than the wins. Goals are important because it is in seeing our work towards them that we can tell that we're getting better. If you hit the goal, great. If you didn't, you should still be able to see yourself getting closer and closer. When I started getting back into competitive Guilty Gear a few years ago, my goal was to make it out of pools at a major tournament. It seemed reasonable at the time, but I often fell short around losers semifinals and losers finals in pools. I figured with a bit more work and matchup study, I could pull it off. Fun fact, I haven't actually pulled this off yet. And despite that, I know I'm getting stronger as a player. The problem isn't me, it's the goal. I want to make it out of pools doesn't tell me how to spend my time, just that I should spend time. And if I'm not making it out of pools, I should be spending more time. I want to make it out of pools doesn't account for who's in my pool, the character matchups, or even the relative size of the tournament. I want to make it out of pools doesn't account for the fact that the badasses who are still competing in Guilty Gear tournaments have also been getting better as well. I want to make it out of pools isn't a productive goal. It's a milestone that I'll hit when I've gotten good enough. 3 hours of play a week is not a lot of time. I get about 3 hours a day of net play on stream days, and sometimes I feel like I'm just getting started. So here's what I'd recommend. Go to the local. Take notes when losing, and focus on these reasons during the 3 hours of practice the next week. Watch the replays and identify things that can be done better. Watch other people play the matchup to see how it goes for them. Arrange a net play session with someone who will help you practice the desired matchup. Then go to the next local and do it again, and again, and again. Over time, the local will become like a prize for staying focused on their goals. They'll still lose, but will feel satisfaction in the progress made since the last time, and those 3 hours of focused practice will start to feel short and light. They won't win EVO, and that's okay. We may celebrate the achievements, but it is the practice that gets us there and brings us together, and 3 hours is plenty of time to join in on that. If you love fighting games, keep them in your life. Just remember that as with any long-lasting relationship, this one will change over time. In other times in my life, I've had different priorities and goals, and my time spent looked different. I used to work as a freelance writer and part-time assistant boxing coach. I still played fighting games, but maybe only for an hour or two a week. I was no less a fighting game player at this point in my life than I was when I first got started and would spend 3 hours walking to and from the arcade so I could spend the bus fare on tokens. If you love fighting games, you may come and go, but you will always come back.
They pull me back in.
Sometimes you'll have all the time in the world to play, sometimes not. Don't worry about it. There is no tech that will create new time, but you can find ways to double up on your existing time. The FGC is full of folks with all sorts of skills. We have streamers, event organizers, writers, musicians, artists, commentators, popcorn makers, chefs, dancers, cosplayers. We have everything. So draw some fighting game characters. Play fighting game music, do whatever you can to add your passions together, and suddenly you'll feel like you're able to spend all the time you want on your interests. That's what I'm shooting for anyway, and these days I think I get there more often than not. I'm Patrick Miller for Core A Gaming. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more, and if you gained insight from this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Love your life, be good to one another, and play fighting games.